I have a worksheet I want to print. It has a lot of columns of data, so I want to make sure that I set up the worksheet and print options so that what I print is actually readable and looks the way I want. On the File tab, I'll click Print. This view provides me with all of the options I need for printing my worksheet, in addition to a visual preview of what my printout will look like. Remember that some of my cells had color formatting, but the preview here is in black and white. That's because the printer I'm set up to print to only prints in black and white. I want to print in color, so I'm going to change to a color printer. Notice that my preview is now in color. Next, I can select what part of my worksheet I want to print. In this case, I only want to print the active sheet. I can also choose whether I want to print on only one side of the page or both sides. Since my worksheet has a lot of columns, I'm going to change the page orientation from portrait to landscape so that more columns fit on each page. Notice that my preview changed right away to show what this change will look like when I print. I like that instant feedback. At the bottom of the preview pane, I can click through the different printed pages to see what they will look like now. Oops, it looks like the last 3 columns of my worksheet don't fit on the page. That's not going to look very good. There are a couple of ways I can fix that. If my printer is set up to print on larger paper, I could switch to a larger sized piece of paper, such as 11 by 17 or legal sized paper. But depending on what printer I'm configured to print to, this might not be an option. I could also go back to my worksheet and try adjusting the column widths to get all of my columns to fit on one page. But that solution doesn't always work either, especially if you have a lot of data in each column. Finally, I can change the scaling of my worksheet. Fit sheet to one page sounds like a good option, but if my worksheet has a lot of rows, this can make my printed worksheet really hard to read. Fit all columns on one page is a much better option though. It puts all my columns on a single printed page, but doesn't try to cram all of my rows onto the same page. I think that looks pretty good, so I'll go ahead and print with these settings.